What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Black Blade Uchiha coming to you with another video on this game Black Deck. Just a couple quick things to let you know that the card upgrade event is going to be ending today. So get as far as you can within the game or within this event. If you don't get that far, that's okay. Do what you can. Get the rewards that you can and keep pushing forward. Alright, but just because the card upgrade event is ending today doesn't mean you stop upgrading your cards and trying to evolve them and level them up. So you keep doing that regardless if this event is around or not. But this event just gives you more of an incentive. Next thing, we have the some of the tournament that's coming today or tomorrow, excuse me. This is going to be starting tomorrow. As you see the reward system here, you're going to get points for the tokens used, not the card summoned. So keep that in mind as you guys are competing in that tournament when it starts tomorrow. Alright, but that's just a little thing that I wanted to get into for right now. I want to get into the meat and potatoes of the video, and we're going to go over the healers within the game. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into this. Starting off with the faction with probably the most healers in the game. Alright, two of them are actually heroes. So we have, first off, Amasa Holy Light. She heals all other allies by 10% of this card's max strength base. And then when booked up, she heals to 35% every 2 turns. So she's pretty solid for a rare hero. Healer you have right here is Dan Van Slakta. I think that's spelled that right. But he's base heals at 20% every 2 turns. And then booked up is 60% every 2 turns. Which is really strong for a hero. Next we have Patrick Dovelight or Dovelight. He has a healing ability, heals all other allies by 20%. It can be booked up to 60%. If I had to choose, just based on the healing ability, you might as well between an epic, rare, or legendary. From this faction, I would choose Dan. And the reason why is because he has the exact same healing ability as the legendary. The only difference is this one has a buff for melees, has a shield for random allies, and a debuff for enemy temple. Which is, again, very interesting, but that's... Next up, we have Suri, Avatar of Tha, which is another hero. And he has the ability to... the exact same ability as the other rare, the other epic and legendary hero for a heal. Exact same. The only difference is there's a buff for allies with frost. There's another buff to a random ally. Then it has a shield itself every 2 turns up to 2 times and can be booked up to 6 times. Only difference, so it has a little bit more sustainability. What I should have said in the beginning, I do apologize, is we're going to go off heals that happens on board, not when they die. Yes, there are a few healers that heal when they die, and there's also a few healers, very few, that heal within their faction. So it's just for Swamp or just for Crypt. There are those healers, but we're only going to talk about the healers that are more generic. Okay? They don't care about faction or when they die. Alright? So next one we're going to go to is the City faction. Alright, you guys. So in the City faction we have Ajdul, King of Kalin. And he heals all other allies by 20%. Just like the other Temple faction, where 3 of their heroes have the exact same healing ability. Difference is he has to transform himself, and he also has buff other allies by 20% of his card's max strength. So it has a buff along with a heal. Alright. And the other healer in this faction is Nini Little Witch. Right, and she has a heals all other allies by 20%, just like the other one, every 2 turns. can be booked up to 60%. And it has a transform the targeted enemy into a frog the first time it attacks. Alright. And it has a debuff for melee enemies, because it's a range, so this is going to protect itself. It's a really solid healer. And that will do it for all the main generic heroes. So if you had to say what would be the best 2 heroes you could choose to as your, not necessarily heroes, but healers, that if you want to use, they're actually heroes, and it's Amasa Holy Light and Den van Slachta. The Slachta. And the reason why I say that is because, one, he's easiest to book because you can get him in the Forge. And Amasa Holy Light, since she's a rare, it's easier to get the rare books than it is to get any epic or legendary books, because they're so easy to book. That is my main reason as to what I'm saying. You just need these 4 cards at level 40, rank 4, and ascend it, and you can forge a bunch of them in order to book them out. All right. Then you have this card here as well, or any card that's in the Forge, you can pretty much book or use those extra copies to book until you are say, okay, I'm done doing that. All right. So like I said, Amasa Holy Light is the easiest. Like I said, I can book her out right now if I want to upgrade her skills, because I have 38 tomes, rare tomes. So let's go ahead and do that right now, just so you see how easy it is. And boom, she is now max. Oh, I need one more book. Hold up. And boom, it was that easy, that simple to book her out. Now her skill is maxed, and I can use her to the best of my ability, and she can be very effective as a healer as long as you get her strength up and you make sure she's protected. The heroes are always the last line of defense anyway, so this makes perfect sense to have her or Den van Slachta as your hero, your healers for your decks. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Holla back at your boy. Peace.